Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about the Lightseekers Rift packs. This pack is released for the Kindred Third Wave Edition, in which within this pack you can receive one of the Tantosian Blacksmiths or Weapon Masters. There are 3 Kindred booster packs, and there's 2 limited edition foil items. Now these items are ones that were released either with the toys or ones that have yet to have been released, which is actually pretty neat. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this. I've gotten 14 of these packs just in time for Christmas, so we're going to go ahead and start opening some of these. Alright, so here you can see we have 3 of the Kindred booster packs, and it's nice because you can't quite see the item pack once you open the package, as long as it's facing you. And we have a Tantosian Blacksmith. And let's see what items we might have gotten in here. If I can get the package open. Alright, so the Tantosian Blacksmith or Weapons Master came out as a result of missing on the printing presses for when Kindred was first released. So these packs are guaranteed with either a Blacksmith or a Weapons Master, with a chance for one of them to be foil. I believe it's a 1 in 4 chance for them to be foil, but as a result this one is not foil. So we have now the 2 foil rare items, and the first one here is Crystal Core. And we got Geoplate Defender. So this is one of the new ones that have yet to be released. This is the first time it's ever been released here in the Rift pack. So not too bad starting off. Alright, we got 14 packs here for just in time for Christmas. My girls are each getting 1 for their stocking stuffers, so we're getting to open the remaining 12. And then we have our standard booster packs here. And for those of you who are new to Lightseekers, each one of these cards along the side here has a unique code that goes all the way around the sides. And with these unique codes, you can actually scan these cards into your apps. They're only claimable by 1 person. So once you scan them, you have them. So that's why it is always prudent, if you're going to have these images online, to cover up one of the borders so that somebody can't scan them from your videos or from your pictures. We got our hero here is Spark Sail, and our foil is Epoch Master. Alright, here's the next pack. Alright. So as far as the rarities on these cards, at the bottom in the item or the card type, you can see that these are white, so these are our common cards. Once you get to blue, those are your uncommons. And then your kind of gold colored, it is your rare. Ooh, got a foil rare. Very nice. And then if you get a red card, that is your mythic. Okay, so let's get on to our last pack here. Alright. So Smoldering Bruiser, some Scrapworks Bruiser. Alright, Treetop Trading Post. Nice. And the Dusk Bloom Burrower for the foil. Alright, so let's crack into some of these other packs that we have and go from there. Okay, so we're going to keep on going with our Rift packs here. I've actually opened them up already in order to avoid some of those long package wrestling. So let's see if we can, what we get from these. So our first set here is our items and what we have. So we got a Weapon Master with this one. And then we got a foiled Electro Eel. Now this one was originally released in an item pack that came with some of the Lightseekers figures. Some of these cards have been eroded, but I don't think Electro Eel was. And then I've got Crystal Core in foil, so very nice. And then moving on to the packs that were open, let's see what we get. It's a Blast Ball, Lava Tamer, Parabot. So let's see if maybe we get some good luck here. Let's see what we get. So for our rare, we got Conjurer's Lab. We got a Hero of Shoal Slayer Basco. Play a combo, you may move an item card from your deck or discard pile. Ooh, nice. And a foil of Grand Statue, so a nice foil rare. All right. Okay. Umbran Terror Guards are real interesting, especially towards the later end of the game. Keep you immune from damage if you're below 10 health. So that's a good way to try and hang out for a while to see if maybe you're waiting for a card pull. Those are always nice. Okay, rare is Colossi Cannon. Our hero is a nice foil of Trigux Iron Scale. Okay, next one. I love these blast spots, they're so much fun. They get to remove a location, which a lot of location cards are a lot of those defensive kind of things, sort of like mountain forts that reduce they reduce damage. So those are really nice to get rid of those in a bind. Yes. Okay, our rare is a nice item called Wrecking Gun. And then our foil is a nice Royal Windrunner. Alright, so that's one pack. Alright, let's see what we got in this next one. First few cards, let's see what we got. So we got a Tantosian Blacksmith on this, but it's not foil. Still kind of looking for those foils. The item we got is Spin Blade 3000, which this is another one that was released originally in an action figure item. And this is a brand new one. Alright, Jade Wing. 3 healing, swap an action buff and play with an action buff in your hand and remove this item. Ooh. I could see a lot of potential with that one. Alright, let's see what we got in the packs. Dawn Wanderers. I love the artwork on these cards. I mean, granted, while some of it may come off as cartoonish, but a lot of this is actually evolved from what Awakening was. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. Okay, our rare is Grand Statue. Instead of discarding, store Earth cards under this. If it gets to 3 cards, you get to increase damage done by 2. And you cannot return this. It can be removed, however. Oh, nice hero here, Muddy Brew. He is a rare hero that deals damage to another hero equal to the number of poison buffs you have in play. I'm actually working on a variation for a deck for this. So I'm happy to see another one. And my foil is Magma Potter. Swift Pyres are good for mountain decks. They're very quick, 3 damage with a draw of card. Covetous Shade. Nice. Chamber. Alright, our rare is Celestian Beast Guard. It's a unique item, meaning you can only have 1 out on the field at a time, but it reduces the first damage received by 2 if the last discarded card is a beast card. Now you can see these little symbols on the side, and you can see them here on the side of the card here. So these are the different families that you find in Kindred. And there's a lot of different cards that affect different types of families. So, Roaming Zombie, Fish Shade, Skeletal Raider, Crab, Plague Bringer, Scholar, combo. And our rare is a nice Wind Runner. Hero we got is a Sky Slayer Vandal and a foil Citadel Safe House. Now the gray cards, for those of you who don't know, actually the gray cards can be used in any color deck. They actually have no alignment. I like to call them as mercs that can be used anywhere. All right, let's see about our next pack. Next pack here. I'm trying to keep these open instead of you seeing me muscle with the card packs, but I'm trying to keep it so we can look at them together here for the first time. And we have a Weapons Master, once again not foil. However, for our foiled items, we've got a Nitro Hammer. All right, so Nitro Hammer is another one of those that came originally in the toy pack. Oh, and a Skyrider. And this is interesting because this Skyrider was errated. This one originally came in a toy pack as well. However, the ability here has been completely changed in order to make it more playable and less drawn out for the game. So moving on to our packs. Careless Mechanic, Oakthorn Rider. All right. Ooh, Poison Mercenary. So for our rare, this is a very good card. If you're playing a buff-heavy deck with poison, it does 3 damage for each buff that you remove that's to the right of this card. So it's 1 damage plus 3 per card you remove, so it can actually do a pretty good amount of damage if you're able to hold out on buffs to the right of this card. Hero is Lord Blightveil. Okay, and moving on. Foil is Ashwood Nurturer. Lumbering Behemoth. Umbran Barkeeps are pretty popular. Nice little gray card that can go in any deck, and you get 2 healing and you get to draw 2 cards if your enemy is holding more cards than you. Card draw seems to be a very popular thing for this game. People like to draw lots of cards and keep full hands in order to do a lot more things. Okay, here's another item card. Our rare is Eaglebeak Bow. It's a 2-handed weapon, or it takes 2 points of item for your hero. I like to say it's kind of thinking like your hero has 2 hands and this is a 2-handed weapon, or if it has a 1, it's a 1-handed weapon and you can carry 2 of those, 1 for each hand. Spark Sail. I always have a fun time with my Spark Sail deck. All right, Crushing Charger. Spots. Citadel Safe House. Battleborn Oppressors. Now with all these items coming out, this one will actually remove equipped items. So this is kind of a nice replacement, or for things like Crushing Blow that were only in the mountain decks, so that everyone seems to have more accessibility to removing items. Our rare is Angered Shockfin, and our foil is Leaf Spine Hunter. All right, let's get our next pack going. Got our next pack here. All right, let's see what we got. All right, another Weapons Master, again, not foil. Ah, that's a few packs now, no foil yet. All right, Skyrider and an Aquadark Crab. 2 damage, heal yourself for 1 if you have less than 20 health. And this is another one that was a reprint from a card that was originally obtainable in an item that was part of the action figure set. To the packs. These are fun Wandering Star Farmers. Another Terror Guard. Okay, new item for a rare is Venom Soaker. 1 damage to all other heroes, increases by 1 against your target. Now, target is more specific for when you do multiplayer. If you're playing 1 versus 1, then your target's always going to be your opponent. But in a multiplayer game, your target is to your left and your enemy is to your right. Foil malfunctioning sentry. Alright. Your Wandering Starflower. Okay, Rare's Crystal Warper. Any hero's action buff rotates during the buff phase. They rotate 2 steps and skip corners they pass over. This does not affect Crystal Warper. So in essence, you could render someone's buff completely useless. Alright, Cracking Torrent. Dust Talon. Alright, and Time Shifter for a rare. May search your deck for a defend action card, draw it face up. If it's a tech card or an orange card, you may play it without consuming an action. Nice. And Cauldron Wraith for the foil. Alright, let's see what we got here for our next one. Let's see. Okay. So here is our... Well, we got a Weapon Master again, no foil. Frost Flare Axe, ooh, new one for us. 2 damage, increase this by 1 if the recipient's health is 15 or less. This is a brand new item for the set. And a Leeching Scimitar, which was also once again from a action figure. Attack ability of 2 damage, or you receive 1 healing if the recipient has more than 15 health. So nice way to kind of add a little plickets of damage while we're healing a slight bit. Alright, moving on to our stack of cards here. Alright, our rare is a Bloomback Draga. It's a unique item, so you can only have 1 out at a time, and it restarts the number, rotation number, so 1 of your other action buffs. Another Spark Sail, and a foil Summoner of Storms. Smoldering Bruiser. Alright. Veil Rider, restart all the undead buffs. Storm Strike for our foil. Dust King. Alright. Alright. Okay, our rare is another Grand Statue. And foil Lush Lost. And I actually like how the foil doesn't always go all the way across the card, so it gives you a nice effect in certain areas. So you can obviously see they used it for the water here. Give it a nice kind of a live look for the water. Next pack we ended up with the Thanatosian Blacksmith, once again not foil. Oh, new one here for Timber Strike. 2 damage, increase this by 1 if you have more buffs in play than the recipient. And a 2-handed Thornleaf Crossbow. 1 damage, gain 1 additional action if you have 15 or more health. Brand new, nice. Alright. So Fallen Guardian. All right. All right, our rare is an item. 2 damage, increase this by 1 if your last discarded card is a beast, and move that to the bottom of your discard pile. Crescent Scepter. Hero is Pacemaker Bronx. And our foil is Citadel Musician. No, I'm losing them. Been having fun with those vortex chargers in one of my water deck, or not water, one of my storm decks. All right, new rare here. This is Mountain Breaker. This cannot be removed by other heroes, and it does damage to your target, and it's 6 points of damage. It takes 4 times to get there, but it can't be removed. However, it can be returned to your hand. Ooh, and our foil is a rare Rupture. Your target's buffs are dormant. Draw 1 card, gain 2 additional actions. That's pretty useful. So not only are your buffs, your opponent's buffs dormant, that means they don't move at all. And they don't apply any effects. You get to draw 1 card as well and gain 2 additional actions in which you can play more cards from your hand or draw more cards. Very useful.
Did you give him your homemade refried beans recipe? So did you give him your homemade refried beans recipe?
All right. Alright, our rare is Chimchu Commander. Damage to target, gain 1 additional action when you play a Chimchu card, and that is only when you don't have X's, so that would be on the 3rd corner here. Lord Blightveil for the hero, and a foil Slipscale Racer. Alright, and our next one's here. Okay. So our non-foil Tantosian Blacksmith, but we got a Frostflare X and another Leeching Scimitar. Okay. Alright, rare is a Duskblade Tomb. When healing, if you have 20 or less health, and you get to draw 1 card. And a foil Unstable Scavenger. Alright. Okay, another item. Draw 1 card when you play a combo, and that's for our rare, and the hero is a common totemic. And Call of the Wild for our foil. Alright, our rare is Contamination. 1 damage to all heroes, increases by 2 against your target. Reduce other heroes' healing received by 2. Only you and your target can remove this buff. So this would be more useful in like a multiplayer setting in which the person to your left is the only one who could remove this buff from you. Oh, and if rare hero, Q2. Draw 1 card face up. If it's a lightning card, deal 1 damage to your target. This cannot be increased by effects. So that gives you card draw as well as damage, and a foil Scatterbot. Alright. Next one. Alright, and we finally got a foil, Weapon Master. Okay, new one, Grim Glider. This is another item that was released originally as an accessory for an action figure. And then brand new one, Serpent's Fang. Attack ability of 2 damage to rotate one of your poison buffs 1 step forward. So you do 2 damage to your opponent and you get to rotate a poison buff, so you could potentially even do more damage just from rotating something forward. Nice. And onto our cards here. Alright. Alright, I like this card. Spirit of Balance. Our rare is a defend card. It applies the effect of another hero's last discarded card if it's an action, attack, or defend card, and it does it as if you played it against them if it's an attack. Treat it as an attack or defend as applicable. So essentially this card actually allows you to look at the opponent's top discard card on their pile, and if it's an attack or a defend card, you're able to play this and duplicate that same effect back at your opponent, or potentially to yourself. So let's say they have a heal card on top, you could play this and it was a defend card and you would heal for the same amount that your opponent just healed for. And it's the same thing as if with an attack. So if they attack you for 5 damage, you could play this card on your turn and effectively do 5 damage back as long as it's on top of their discard pile. Oh, here we go. Alright, so this is Bloom and Scorch. This is a mythic hero. You can tell by the red lettering at the bottom. Remove one of your mountain buffs to move 2 valid nature action buffs from your hand into play. This hero has a good starting health of 30, as well as 2 primaries, in which it's fire and forest. Nice. Alright. Our foil is Everrock, Protect. Alright. Draga Hoarder. So our rare is a draw 1 card when this enters play, and you cannot your cards cannot be discarded by other heroes' card effects. And that will last for 3 rounds, and it doesn't rotate until they actually do it, so that'll stay on the board until someone either removes it or it actually happens. Hero is Totemic, and our foil is Booby Trapper. Let's see. Alright, what's our rare? Reborn from Ashes, combo buff. Ignore any damage that would defeat you. When this happens, deal 7 points of damage or your rotation points of damage to the hero that dealt the damage, unless it was you, and heal for that amount. Tap amount. This cannot trigger other effects. Interesting. Deadeye Grima for the hero. Rare hero. Increase damage done with your items by 1 while you have 20 or more health. That's pretty good for a little while, as long as you can stay healed. Everrock Channeler for our foil. Alright, and our next one. Alright, another Weapons Master. Flynamo. Flynamo also had an errata. This was another card that was reprinted originally in Awakening, or was printed originally in Awakening. And another Jade Wing. Nice. All right. Flame Chained Inferno. Corners 1, 2, 3. Instead of discarding, store elemental cards, or these symboled cards. Under this card, corner 4, deal damage to your target, increase this by the number of stored cards under this one. Infesting mosquitoes. Okay. Alright, Bubble Gnasher for the rare. It's a unique item with burn, so it cannot be retrieved from your discard. Remove your target's rightmost buff from their perspective when you play a combo. And Momentum Shifter for the rare. Love the picture on those Dawn Wanderers. Alright. Alright, another Crescent Scepter for a rare. And a rare hero, Abominuk. Store a discarded solar action card under your hero every time you heal for 1 or more. When 5 cards are stored, move them to your deck, but you cannot wield items. Primary and Lunar, which is a more defensive side of Astral, and 31 health. And a foil Charnokite. Alright. Down to our last 2 here. Alright. And we have another Weapons Master. Foil Molten Blade. Attack ability for 2 damage. Increase this by 1 if the recipient has more than 15 health. And Geoplate Defender. Alright. Alright. Another Crystal Warper for a rare. Totemic. And a foil Safety Crab. Alright. Elemental Surge for the rare. It's a combo. When you play an elemental attack or defend card or one of your elemental buffs leave play, you deal damage to your target, but it cannot be increased by effects. Okay, foil Spike Chief Jalokia. I'm really working on this one. I'm trying to make a deck out of it. It just seems like a real interesting ability, but I think it's going to be one of these where I might have to wait to see what comes out in 4th edition or Uprising, just because it seems like a glass cannon at the moment, so I gotta wait and see if we get some more interesting cards to work with him. Foil Wild Growth. Alright, our rare is an Imbued Breastplate, which is an item. You cannot take more than 10 damage from a single hit, so that's good for people who use power-ups or have anything that does a lot of damage. And a foil Telestand Purifier. Okay, and we're down to our last pack, so let's see what we got here. Alright, we got a foil Tantosian. Great, so I have 1 foil Tantosian Blacksmith and 1 foil Weapons Master. So nice even keel there. Foil Grim Glider. 1 damage to your target at the start of your turn if you have 4 or more buffs in play. And a foil Timber Strike. Alright. Nice Overlook Defender. Alright, rare of Zerenkov Cannon. This buff is dormant unless you have a combo buff in play. On the 4th corner, you will do damage, which is 12 damage to your target. And Crit Exterminator for the foil. I have an Oakthorn Rider. Nice. It's a burn card, so you can't be removed out of the graveyard or out of the discard pile once it reaches there. Move up to 3 action cards from your discard pile to your deck. Okay, another Chimchi Commander for our rare. Fraxinus Pine Husk for the hero. Carry 1 additional point of item, so he can carry 3 instead of 2. Has a 32 health and its primary. Ooh. Oh, nice. So this is a foil Bloom and Scorch, which I got another Bloom and Scorch Mythic Hero earlier here. So even nicer. Got a foil version. I don't get very many of those, so I will be more than happy to have that. Alright, and our last rare will be Stratus Swooptail. Reduce your combo costs by the tap values or the rotation values. Rotate this 1 step forward when you play a combo. Another Spark Sail for the hero, and a foil Exterior Fabricator. Alright. Well, that is all the packs I have, aside from the 2 packs that my daughters got, in which between those and the packs that I just opened, we ended up having all the items, so that is great. 4th Wave Uprising should be out in towards the end of quarter 1, so we will hopefully have some more packs for you then. Until next time.